इदं च रङ्गं त्यजतामिहाङ्गं न विद्यतेऽङ्गं यदि वास्तु चाङ्गं पाणौ रथाङ्गं शयने भुजङ्गं याने विहङ्गं चरणे च गाङ्गम्. My dear listeners, in this video I'll be explaining the meaning of Sri Ranganatha Stavam written by Jagadguru Shankaracharya Sri Sachidananda Shivabhinama Nrisimha Bharati Swamigal. Sri Ranganatha Stavam is one of the three stotras composed by the Acharya in the district of Tiruchirappalli in Tamil Nadu. The other two being Srimad Akhilanda Devi Jambukeshwara Stavaha and Sri Sugandhi Kuntalamba Stavarajaha. The famous Sri Vaishnava Kshetram of Sri Rangam has a very great significance to the Smartas as well, thanks to the untiring efforts of Guru Bhakta Shikhamani, Shastra Prasara Bhushana, Sri T.K. Balasubramanya Iyer, the founder of Sri Vani Vilas Press of Sri Rangam, and Sri Shankara Gurukulam of Sri Rangam. Sri Sachidananda Tirtha Swamigal once made a remark in the Upanyasam he delivered on the 5th of October 1941 during the Dikshitendra Jayanti celebration in the Shankara Gurukulam premises. He said that Sri Rangam is the Grantha Prachara Sthanam of both Sri Adi Shankara Bhagavatpada and Srimad Appaya Dikshitendra. The complete works of Bhagavatpada were published for the first time by Sri Vani Vilas Press of Sri Rangam, and many, if not the complete works of Srimad Appaya Dikshitendra, were also published by the same Sri Vani Vilas Press founded by Sri T.K. Balasubramanya Iyer. On his way to Kaladi for the Kumbhabhishekam of Bhagavatpada's temple in the year 1907 CE, the Sringeri Shankaracharya, Jagadguru Sri Sachidananda Shivabhinama Nrisimha Bharati Swamigal, arrived at Sri Rangam after visiting Jambukeshwara Kshetram or Tiruvanaikkaaval. He is said to have remained here only for one day, taking up his residence in the house of his beloved disciple Sri T.K.B. Iyer. After performing the Chandramaulishvara Puja in the evening, the Acharya went on foot to the temple of Lord Ranganathar and is said to have offered this stuti and namaskaras. Let us now move on to Sri Ranganatha Stava, which contains only one verse. Kshiram bodhi lasat phanindra phalake kamam sadashayini kincham bhoja bhavasya bhiti hataye घ्नन्ति मधुम कैटभम लक्ष्म्युत्संग लसत्पदाम्बुजयुगी कारुण्यवाराम निधि मुद्रा काचन मुक्तिदान कुशला निद्राति जागर्ति वा. The Anvayam goes on like this. मुक्तिदान कुशला कारुण्यवाराम निधि क्षीराम बोधि लसत् फणीन्द्र फलके सदा कामं शायिनी लक्ष्म्युत्संग लसत् पदाम्बुजयुगी किंच अंभोज भवस्य भीति हतये मधुम कैटभं च घ्नन्ति इव स्थिता काचन मुद्रा निद्राति वा उत जागर्ति. मुक्तिदान कुशला कारुण्यवारां निधिश्च काचन मुद्रा निद्राति वा उत जागर्ति. काचन मुद्रा, some deity. Muktidana Kushala is capable of giving mukti, and as Karunyavaram Nidhi is a notion of mercy, The word Kachana could also mean Brahmadibhirapyashakya Varnana Rupa, whose beauty cannot be described even by the gods like Brahma. Mudra means Murtihi. Nidrati means to sleep. Jagarti means to remain awakened. The Acharya has used two Samshayakaras in the shloka, Nidrativa and Jagartiva. There are two reasons for using the Samshayakara Nidrativa, and these are the two reasons for it. Kshiram Bodhilasat Phanindra Phalake Kamam Sadashayini and Lakshmyutsanga Lasatpadambujayugi. The word Sada means Sarvasmin Kale, at all times. Kshiram Phanindra Phalake. Kshiram Lasanna Deepyamanah Phanindraha Sheshadevaha. Kshiram Phanindraha Sa eva phalakam paryankaha tasmin. On the bedstead, that is the Lord of Serpents shining in the ocean of milk. Kamam paryaptyarthe. The word kamam here means happily or with full contentment. Shayini means one who remains lying. Shayanam kurvana. The word Lakshmyutsanga Lasatpadambujayugi means Lakshmyaha Utsangaha Ankaha Lakshmyutsangaha Tasmin Lasat Deepyamanam Padambujayugam Padakamaladvayasyaha Sa. A Murti who has its two lotus feet seen shining on the lap of goddess Lakshmi. The word Kincha denotes Samshaya. On one hand, this Murti of Bhagavan appears to be sleeping, and on the other hand, it appears to remain awakened. The reason for using the Samshayakara Jagartiva is Madhum Kaitabham cha Ghnanti iva sthita. The word iva and sthita do not appear in the original shloka. I am inserting these two words here as Vakya Shesha to complete the sentence. So this phrase means the Murti appears to be slaying the demons Madhu and Kaitabha. Why should the Lord slay Madhu and Kaitabha? Ambhoja bhavasya bhiti hataye, to dispel the fear of Lord Brahma, who was frightened to see the two asuras who had come to kill him. I conclude this lecture by repeating the complete translation of the shloka once again. A deity who is capable of giving mukti and is a notion of compassion remains lying at all times happily on the bedstead, that is the Lord of Serpents, shining in the ocean of milk, and has its two lotus feet seen shining on the lap of goddess Lakshmi. However, it also appears to be slaying the demons Madhu and Kaitabha to dispel the fear of Lord Brahma. Does it remain asleep or awakened? Here I conclude. Shri Haraye Namaha.